Welcome back to the channel guys, MJGBRICKS here and welcome to episode 3 of the Castle MOC. Apologies for the long delay in the next episode. I know the last one was about 2 months ago, but I've been trying to do it as and when I can. A lot of progress has been made on the MOCs, so hopefully you enjoy that. And if you stick around to the end of the video, you will see parts I'm buying for a later MOC and possibly a collab. If you're into your films, you're really going to like the MOC that I'm planning and what minifigures I've been buying for that. So a lot of progress has been made on the MOC. You can see a bit of it behind me already. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. So you saw in my last update, what we had was 3 base plates, a little bit of a castle wall, tower and greenery. You might not realise this, but this has been teared down back to basics and rebuilt, even the 3 base plates you saw last time. So now we have a complete castle wall with a gatehouse. I'm starting a little farm area with a few piggies as well. A lumberjack area. I'll explain a bit more about that later. And again, this bit you've already kind of seen, but it has been redeveloped. This is just some pathways in a forest with an ambush, but again we'll go back to that in a bit with a bit more detail. But this is the overview of it. At the moment it is 4 base plates wide, which the entire MOC was going to be 4x2 base plates, so it's a good size already. Episode 1 plan has totally gone out the window now, but I'm really enjoying how this looked. I only just finished the gatehouse today. I'm excited to show you that. But yeah, this is the Horse Knights castle at the minute. Obviously I've got the original castle over there, but this is my interpretation of it and what I'm doing with it. What I'll do, I'm going to grab the gatehouse first. We'll have a look at that. I think you'll really enjoy that. Then we'll break down the MOC a bit more. So here's the gatehouse. I don't know if you've heard me mention it before, but this entire MOC is going to be modular, so I can take it to shows. So the gatehouse, the 2 sections of the wall, and the actual side towers, they all come apart for transport. The gatehouse is the biggest bit by far. Originally, it was 2 towers and the gatehouse in the middle, but it wasn't quite lining up. So I went back to basics, stripped it, started again, and now it's one complete unit. Let's take a quick deeper look at it and have a look at what actually mechanisms it has. So starting at the front here, you can clearly see this is the Horse Knights castle. I've got some banners here. These are custom made. These are from Europe, and I've used the actual Lego pieces, shield pieces here to emphasise it's the Horse Knights castle. This is the second version I've actually used for the MOC here. On the first version, this was all flat, didn't give much depth. This wasn't here. These weren't here, but these cubby holes were. But it was just straight down. It didn't give much depth, much detail, and I didn't like it. So again, like I've already mentioned, I stripped it all down and started again. The best part for this, I'm not very technic minded. I just build. Normally it's quite flat. If anyone's ever seen my Roman MOC, it's quite just 2D, where this is very much 3D. But I've incorporated, if I get it to work here, a working portcullis. So the mechanism at the top here, and the gate can come up on its own and remain up. That took me a couple of attempts as well, but I used the mechanisms from the original Horse Knights castle, built my own gate, and then yeah, came up with that. So like I said, you've got 2 towers either side with arrow slits for archers. Minifigures can be put inside. It's a bit of a faff, but they can. And that top here, I've got some archers with my mechanism for the gate. I do need to change out the colours slightly, and some more archers there. Statues wise, there's 3 places for statues. I'm not quite sure what colour I'm going to have them. I do kind of like the white because it breaks it up a bit, makes it stand out. But what kind of statues I'm going to have in there, maybe they're religious statues or just old kings, not too sure yet, but that's the front of it. Let me spin it around and we can take a look at the back. So the back view of the gatehouse, I really enjoyed making this. One of the big points for me is I wanted to make sure a minifigure could go anywhere, so it wasn't just blocky. So what I did, I incorporated these little bar pieces, the 2x1 modified bricks, and that actually creates a nice little ladder all the way to the top, and that symbolised both sides. It was just so, in my head, I knew a minifigure could go around. I know it's not for everyone, but yeah. I've obviously used quite a lot of reddish brown tiles here and everything, but again, I wanted to show that there would be an interior. It doesn't come apart modular, but I could put minifigures in there. I've made sure there's enough studs if I wanted to add minifigures, and you can look through as well and see the slit holes for the archers. I am planning on putting some detail up here, some chests or barrels with ammunition or food in. But yeah, I've really enjoyed making the gatehouse. This is the last part of the wall I've made. I say I have reconstructed it a couple of times. Still need a couple of parts. I'm getting some more curved bits for here to finish off the top of the level. But yeah, really happy about how this turned out. It's nice and sturdy as well, so when I do take it to shows, it's going to stay together, hopefully. So that's the gatehouse. Let me grab the castle walls and the towers and we'll take a look at them as well. So this is the left-hand section of the MOC. I'm not going to take it all apart, but what I will do is just show you. I can pick it up. It's nice and modular and it goes all the way around. We're going to have a look at the front view first. So this is the biggest section of the wall. It's the longest. So I'm going to have knight stations throughout because they are going to be under siege, which as the MOC grows, you'll see that. Again, I've tried to simulate the castles all the same, so they're the same symmetrical look. Up the top, some more archers, but what I want to show you once I spin this bit around is what I've actually done to allow the minifigures to get up onto the wall itself. Here's the rear side. So the plan is not for the MOC just to extend that way, it will come back into the castle itself. Hence why there's a archway here, because there will be a castle wall coming this way, and my ladder here again so I can get to the top. And over here is the stairs I've created. I've used the Lego standard stairs but bolstered it a little bit and created a couple of bits of my own. So that's the walkway for the knights to get up onto the castle wall to defend it. And then I just need to tile this off as well. But yeah, I'm really liking the look of my castle walls at the minute. Let me know in the comments your thoughts, what I could change, what you like, and I'll take them into consideration as I grow the MOC himself. I won't show you the other section because it is the same, but what I will show you again, I've got these custom made horse knight flags. These are from a company in Europe. I'll leave them in the description, a link to the company I've used, but I thought they were really good. And it brings something extra to the MOC as well. What we'll do now is look at the front of the castle, what I've done there and my plans going forward. So looking to the front of the MOC now, like I always mentioned in the intro, I've got a farm setup going here. It's going to extend this way, and I'm actually thinking of using the dairy farmhouse from the medieval town square, incorporating it somewhere over here. I've got some new trees. You've seen these ones before, but I think a YouTuber called the Brick Sculpt, he makes these lovely fern trees, nice and big, and I've made a couple of these. I will be creating a couple of more to add into the MOC, but to give it a bit more depth. So we've got them. And over here, the plan is I'm going to have both left and right sections of the gatehouse in front of it. I'm going to have the trees cut down because a bit further on, I'm going to have a defensive line made of obviously wood to try and stop the attackers, which will be these chaps, the Lion Knights, advancing. So the whole wall is going to be manned. There's going to be supplies and men at the front, left and right, and then yeah, barricades to try and stop them. But I like the idea that I could incorporate them chopping down their own wood for the defences, and not just the defences being there and their trees being in front, because in my mind the defenders would want a line of sight as well. So that's the left and the right side of the MOC. So you pretty much kind of seen this one from the previous episode. All I've done is I've raised the meals plate a little bit and we organised bits, but also had the rose petals. So again, it gives it a bit more colour and depth. And the final bit to look on before we get onto the MOC that I am planning in the future is down here. It used to be just a little hill down to nothing, but I'm creating a little dock area. So further back, I can create the castle's own dock area. I've bought a few boats as well, so that'll be added into that area. But again, way down the line, when I extend the MOC further this way, it's going to have its own port, so it's going to be good to have the boats for that. So this is the overview of it at the minute. I've got 3 base plates ready, so 1, 2, 3. So soon it will be 2x4, sorry, base plates large, which was the original plan. But again, that's gone out the window. It's going to be a much bigger than that, a modular build, so I can keep adding it to over time. But before we finish out the video, let me grab what I've been working on. If you're a film fan of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you're absolutely going to love my future MOC / collab with the Brick GP. I'll leave his link in the description below. But slowly and steadily I am buying up some minifigures for what I would like to do is one, a Helm's Deep MOC. I think if you're going to do Lord of the Rings, you've got to do Helm's Deep. But also with the new Shire MOC, I'd like to do a bit of a Hobbiton. So when I can, I'm buying up the Uruk-hai, Rohan soldiers. I've got King Theoden now. And also, if I want to mod the Mines Moria set that I have, I've got some more goblins and cave trolls. I'm only buying them up if I find them cheap. I'm not going head on into that like I have with the castle stuff. But yeah, Lord of the Rings has always been a fan favourite film of mine. I absolutely love the trilogy. I'm reading the books at the moment. I don't mind the Amazon Prime TV show of The One Ring, so it's kind of a no-brainer for me. I know the Brick GP already has a Helm's Deep MOC. He has loads of hobbits. I call it the Hobbit Army. And he has a lot of Lord of the Rings minifigures. So it's going to take me a while to catch up with him, and what collab we're going to do, we're not too sure yet. We need to sit down and discuss it. But yeah, I am really excited to start this MOC in the future. When this one's up and running and it maintains itself, this is what I'll be jumping into next. Let's get into the outro, my final thoughts, and say what's coming next in the series, hopefully. So there you have it, episode 3 of the Castle MOC update. I hope you really enjoyed watching this video as much as I did when making it, and also building this. I've really enjoyed building this. Stressful at times when things didn't go correct, like the first iteration of the Gatehouse, but that's Lego, and that's how you learn new skills pretty much. Say the future MOC updates, I will try and get them out a bit more regular, maybe once a month, but again, that depends what I'm doing in my personal life. What's coming forwards, obviously I have more of the siege encampments to build. I want to build a port. I'm going to add the 3 base plates in front, so the farm should be underway by the next update. More greenery, bigger roads. There will still be a bridge in the MOC, don't know where, don't know how I'll incorporate that, but I want different depth anyway, so that might really help it with the river. But yeah. So let me know in your comments, guys, anything I should add or your thoughts. But if you made it this far, again, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for future MOC updates coming soon. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.